As with any business or occupation, there are those sometimes few that make incredible incomes. They are those who become the poster children for their specific field or niche. Take real estate investing, for example. Thousands upon thousands jumped into the real estate business when the markets were booming. Late night exercise equipment infomercials were replaced with the get rich quick real estate investing course, like weight loss infomercials depicting some happy, successful, thin real estate mogul. You've seen the commercials before. They're beachside or in front of a fancy mansion. Tom lost his job, and in just 11 months he's purchased this and 2 of these. He's rich. I never would have believed it could be so easy. Always accompanied by the ever so small print at the bottom of the screen, results not typical. So what makes a hot dog vendor or hot dog vending different? What makes us more likely to succeed? Lots. A hot dog vendor creates his own niche. He creates a niche down at 5th and Main, a niche down at the local bottling plant, or at the city park. He's not limited to just those locations, but he or she is his own niche. A vendor delivers steaming hot dogs on a soft bun in which every bite releases a glorious taste sensation. Condiments and toppings are endless in variety, and every vendor can set himself or herself apart from the redundant mediocrity of most brick and mortar establishments, creating again a more tailored and exclusive niche market. From Japanese hot dogs and fusion dogs and cheese dip pulled pork dogs on a stick, your options are only limited by your imagination and the friendlies down at the health department. I stick to the tried and true: hot dog, a bun, standard condiments like ketchup, mustard, mayo, relish, pickles, chili, and cheese, but only because it works for me and it's what my customers enjoy. Hot dog vendors can write their own checks. A bad location for a vendor doesn't spell disaster as it would for a real estate purchase. It happens to most all vendors. We pick a bad event, a bad location, or a bad time at a particular location, but none of these spell disaster for a vendor. We hitch our wagons and roll to the next spot. Vendors don't need thousands. We don't require droves of customers to make a huge income. We don't require closing agents, nor title workers, nor lawyers, nor abundance of luck. Now, luck never hurts, but its absence will not determine a vendor's successfulness. Vendors only need that 50 or 60 or even 100 customers a day to make incredible incomes, 6-figure incomes. Most Americans, some 52%, live at or below the poverty level. They've never seen a $1,000 a week paycheck. Most have never even seen a $2,000 monthly paycheck. Vendors, depending on their drive, their personal budgets, can make that and far more. Yes, there are vendors whom are perfectly satisfied with $100 a day, and there is nothing wrong with that. Yes, there are vendors whom just began and in the first month struggle to find the right locations, or they suffer bad locations, and it makes, they make less than their desire. But the vendors that are still making a very modest income after years, or a year or more, are either poor mouthing or lying, or just don't have a desire for more. This may piss a few of you off, and I know there are always exceptions, but I enjoy talking and speaking with hundreds and maybe thousands of vendors. I hear stories, I hear the struggles, I hear about the successes. The vendor, after 1 year of vending, will not be broke from vending, will not be bankrupt from vending, will not be at a loss at all. One who vends for a year will probably continue to vend for years to come. Not for the 401k, not because the job is easy, not because vending makes millions, but because it works. Because vendors determine their own pay. They can seek that perfect location even if it requires months of trial and error, all the while making a living. I honestly don't know of anything like it. However, I'm sure there exist some occupations that enjoy similar benefits, but I don't need them. It is why the title of my course is called Hot Dogs Saved My Life. They did, yes. I struggled for a couple weeks, but even the worst days, I made an hourly wage that far exceeded the incomes of many educated professionals. I do get calls and emails from those just starting out, and they tell me of their $30 and $60 days. Inevitably, there's always a solution. Usually it comes in the form of a new location, a different sign, or sometimes a little more time. Remember, vendors don't work. Okay, most vendors don't work 40-hour work weeks. We enjoy a shorter work day. Even the preparatory work and cleanup, we often are out no more than 5 to 6 hours daily. What separates a vendor making $100,000 a year from one making $25,000 a year? Almost every time it's location, location, location. Location is key, but I can't find a good location. How many have you tried? Have you read in my book where I share the many locations, ones that are often never considered? Sometimes it can be your appearance, your signs, your consistency. What is consistency? Well, if you have a spot that doesn't have lots of walk-by traffic and you are relying on pulling people in off the road, you are there or there sporadically, you don't keep consistent hours, then you'll probably not find business all that appealing. You don't have to be there 7 days a week and 12 hours a day. Just find a schedule that works for you and work it. Consistency makes for consistent customers. I have a customer in Arizona, little bitty town of about 10,000, less than 10,000. She worried that her sales would be very low. She would have busy days and then days that weren't worth the time to even set up. She would call and inform me of her daily challenges and successes. Over time, we narrowed it down to the days that it worked, the days that more people came. We also narrowed down the hours. This is why keeping even Post-it note type records of your daily sales and times is important. Eventually, she had it figured out completely and purchased a second cart from benscarts.com and runs 2 carts in different parts of town. Same little town. Yes, I could give you countless stories of success. I could even give you the weekly rundown of all the complaints from the struggling. You know, the ones that either haven't prepared correctly or not prepared for the commitment that it takes. But this doesn't affect you. It doesn't. I get calls from some that say, Ben, what about the economy? Well, I did a video a while back on YouTube called "A Bad Economy is Good for Me." In retrospect, the title seems a little insensitive, but I was being honest. The economy lost me $1 million farm. It destroyed my income. It put us in a rinky-dinky mobile home and wiped away those nice vehicles. But that same bad and even worse economy now is driving force of people wanting good deals at lunchtime, those wanting something great tasting and inexpensive. We vendors are unique. There is a charm and a sense of nostalgia for customers eating from a hot dog cart. The experience is intensified by those vendors whom go above and beyond, serving quality meats, fresh buns, supreme condiments, and the ingenious concoctions, all atop a friendly smile and a warm heart. We are the epitome of self-made and self-employed. We represent the values of never quit, take my job, take my retirement, and I will succeed. And I will not wait for work to find me. I will not sit idly by, but instead create my own. I will support myself and others. We are the unsuccessful furniture store owners, the displaced chiropractors, the contractless contractors, the laid-off auto worker, the downsized office staff. We are you. We are determined, and we will succeed, and so can you.